Chapter 1. Aging is natural. Decay is optional. Grow or decay. Your choice. For all living things, especially humans, the process of aging is inevitable. It comes to us all. However, it's biologically programmed to be a slow process. Most of what we call aging and most of what we dread about getting older is actually decay. The good news is, while we are all stuck with natural aging, decay is optional. There is an immutable science of aging, and you can't do anything about it. Hair turns gray, maximum heart rate declines steadily over time, skin degenerates regardless of how active you are. You will look old no matter what, but you don't have to act old or feel old. Is it possible to stop our bodies from decaying? Yes, by changing the signals your body receives. The conventional wisdom that we start a long slide into old age and death about 50 is wrong. It doesn't have to be that way. You have control over how you age. You can choose to live like you are a youth until you're 80 and beyond. Changing your lifestyle can eliminate over 50% of all illnesses and injuries in the last third of your life. With lifestyles typical in the U.S. today, most people start to go down the slippery slope toward old age by the time they are 55. As each year goes by, they gain more weight and become a little slower and weaker, with more pain and less mental acuity. And within some years after 60, they end up in a nursing home. The keys to overriding the process are daily exercise, emotional commitment, reasonable nutrition, and a genuine engagement with living. But it starts with exercise. The human body constantly renews itself. Every muscle cell is replenished every 4 months, and blood cells renew roughly every 3 months. Platelets are refreshed every 10 days, and bones every couple of years. In the following sections of this summary, you will learn how you can benefit from this constant renewal process by coupling it with exercise and a good diet. Chapter 2. Your body was designed when hunting and gathering was the way to survive. It doesn't know any other way. You must exercise because that is what the human body has evolved to do. Our primitive ancestors were hunters and gatherers, which means they had to walk, run, and sprint every day. So it's safe to say that exercise is the single most powerful way to keep our bodies functioning correctly. Your brain and body are undoubtedly impressive, but unfortunately, this astonishing complex buildup we inherited wasn't designed for modern times. It was made for life in nature, where only the fittest survived. To survive, our ancestors had to walk 8 to 10 miles every day, foraging for food, with intervals of running and sprinting. This physical work of hunting and foraging served as a powerful signal that all was well with their bodies. Let's look at our modern lifestyle with junk food, too much TV, long commutes, job stress, marital stress, poor sleep, artificial light and noise, and perhaps worst of all, no exercise. Or retirement, which can substitute boredom and loneliness for job stress and commuting. In nature, this lifestyle sends signals of deadly peril, and your body and brain make harmful changes in response. Luckily enough, our bodies can't distinguish between walking in the neighborhood and foraging, or jogging and hunting, so we can make our systems function the way they were designed to through constant exercise, the only language the body understands. When you exercise hard, you stress your muscles. This stress helps eliminate old and worn-out muscle tissues and build up new and stronger ones. Exercise is the only way to engage the body and brain, the only key to living longer and getting younger by being consciously and steadily active. According to the authors, Chris Crowley and Henry S. Lodge, MD, one fundamental principle of longevity called Harry's first rule is a simple rule, and it goes like this. Exercise 6 days a week for the rest of your life. The idea of constant exercise seems insane, but it's not. It's best not to think of it as exercise at all. Think of it as you telling your body to get stronger. Tell it that you want it to be more limber and functionally younger. Did you know? Exercising with friends can give you even more of an endorphin boost. It also holds you accountable when you want to give in. Chapter 3. Keep your heart functioning properly by doing aerobic exercises 4 days a week for the rest of your life. As you probably know, aerobic exercises are steady endurance activities that elevate your heart rate. These include biking, jogging, hitting the treadmill, speed walking, and the likes. Crowley and Lodge recommend 4 days of serious aerobics weekly, solely because steady aerobic exercise produces dramatic improvements in your circulatory system over months and years, which is one of the ways exercising saves your life. Circulation is the key to optimal health and an active lifestyle. It controls the capacity to get fuel and oxygen to the muscles where they are burned to create the power that keeps us moving. And it takes away the debris from the burning process. However, before you begin aerobic exercises, ensure to make a realistic assessment of the shape you're in currently so that you can make a start that fits your condition. Start with what's heavy for you. If walking half a mile every day is just as much as you can take right now, then begin walking half a mile daily. If you are the type who could start by cycling for 2 hours daily, fine, then go for it. Those numbers will improve as you keep at it. The truth about aerobics is this. If you start too easy, you'll get bored, and if you start too hard, you'll quit or hurt yourself. Now, don't feel like an idiot when you realize you can barely stay on the treadmill for 15 minutes at low speed. The thing that matters is that your feet are already on the right path, the fact that you're willing to start exercising. It's not struggling on the first day or the 30th or the 60th that's going to work. It's showing up every day and doing something. Push yourself a little, but don't push yourself over the edge. Start slow, slower than feels good, but hold at that level only until your body gets used to your new routine. Slowly increase the pace as you become more comfortable. Begin at your own pace, but ultimately give yourself a little push. Don't go too slow that you get bored. A few weeks after beginning the aerobics exercise at a low tempo, you will start to feel comfortable. This is the time to get heavy. Take it up a notch. Chapter 4. Do serious strength training 2 days every week to improve your longevity. Unlike aerobic exercise, which is primarily about the muscle's ability to endure, strength training is about the muscle's ability to deliver power. Aerobic exercise takes you across the threshold for endurance, circulation, and longevity, but you need strength training for power and neural coordination. This neural coordination is not just mere eye-hand coordination. It's the coordination of fine muscle detail through the complex network of nerves that connect your brain and body. One of the most common features of people who lift weights in the gym or engage in other strength sports is their swollen muscles and tight abs. However, the hidden importance of strength training, the one that can change your physical life, is the increase in coordination. It's essential to know that your muscles have 2 different types of cells, strength cells and endurance cells. The latter is also known as slow twitch. They have more mitochondria, increased endurance, and less power, while muscle strength cells, also known as fast twitch, have fewer mitochondria, less endurance, and much more power. When you engage in strength training, you develop the muscle strength cells, which enable your muscles to deliver power and, in turn, fine-tune your coordination, appearance, movement, and balance. Aerobic exercise does more to stop actual death, but strength training can make your life worthwhile. As you grow older, it keeps your muscle mass from turning into a puddle, your skeleton from becoming brittle, and your joints from hurting with every single step you take. This is the key to getting younger next year. Strength training will get the best out of your body and avoid unnecessary aging and all the pain that comes with it. However, strength training shouldn't be done too often. The reason is that, unlike the endurance units of your muscle, which recover from aerobic exercise overnight, your strength units need to enter a 48-hour repair cycle. So 2, no more than 3, days a week of strength training is enough. Chapter 5. The only reliable way to lose weight is to exercise constantly and quit eating junk food. In society today, we believe dieting is the same as good nutrition. We think that we need to starve ourselves or go through a short-term, highly restrictive program of eating to lose weight, which is not true at all. The truth is, dieting doesn't work. Using dieting as a weight loss strategy won't do you any good in the long run. Yes, you'll lose weight, but almost everybody who loses weight by dieting will regain it in 1 to 5 years. Since dieting is a temporary food plan by definition, you can be sure you will gain your weight back once you stop eating according to that particular plan. Moreover, the deprivation of restrictive diets may result in overeating or binging. Of course, your body doesn't want you to starve, so it responds by slowing down your metabolism, making it harder to lose weight. However, most of the unscrupulous weight loss companies out there want you to believe otherwise. They are very eager to peddle magic weight loss potions, such as special powders and pills, to desperate people, costing them their money and time at best, and fatal health consequences at worst. Your plate should be 50% veggies and fruit, 25% whole grains, and 25% meat, poultry, or fish. According to Dr. Henry S. Lodge, the most significant steps towards permanent healthy weight loss are never going on a diet and quitting junk food. No matter what else you do, cut out the garbage, eliminate the starch and sugar, and replace them with fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Primitive, unrefined grains like pumpernickel and 7-grain bread. The science of nutrition is imperfect, and our understanding is weak, but not so weak that we do not know that the brightly lit fast food signs are guiding us to a dark place. Chris Crowley, Chapter 6. Fire up your emotional brain and nurture yourself for a more positive life. Our emotions are primarily controlled by a vital part of the brain known as the limbic brain. The reptilian brain, the purely physical brain, has control centers for fear and aggression. It operates on negative reinforcement. The limbic brain, or emotional brain, invented love, joy, and play in humans and other mammals. It lets us work together and love one another. A third part of the brain, also known as the neocortical or thinking brain, is concerned with thought, words, and problem solving. These 3 aspects of the brain are connected intricately, but careful research has revealed that our emotions are in the lead most of the time. Emotion is stronger than thought. Our brains are wired in such a way that we always want to love and be loved in return. We want to matter to those around us. We are social and emotional creatures from start to finish. So staying connected emotionally turns out to be a biological imperative, a significant part of the good life, and a real challenge as we age. The good news is that we can nurture positive emotions by consciously creating positive environments, driving away stress and loneliness, and reaching out to others. The reptilian physical brain and limbic emotional brain have a 100 million year head start working together. The thinking brain will never catch them. Embrace that fact and work hard to nourish each one of them. Connect, commit, and care. You're going to have to work at connecting and committing to other people, other groups, to make your life work. Chris Crowley. Did you know? A comprehensive study cited by Harvard Health Publishing found that people who lack solid and meaningful relationships have a 50% increased risk of premature death from all causes. This effect on mortality risk is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes per day and more significant than being morbidly obese or physically inactive. Conclusion: normal aging isn't normal. Diseases and deterioration are not a normal part of growing old. They're an outrage, one we got used to because we set the bar so low. We come to accept a normal deterioration, getting old and dying, almost in one sentence, as if the two were the same thing. We can't do much about aging, but decay is up to us. Yes, it's optional. You will look old, but you don't have to feel old. And of course, if you simply try to take care of yourself, your looks will remain youthful. Exercise regularly. Do serious aerobic exercises and weight training. Aerobics will get your heart pumping and keep your cardiovascular system in excellent condition. In the same vein, weight training is serious therapy that can help your body halt or reverse the ravages of aging. Do not go on a diet, but cut back on the bad food you eat. Start with sugar and starches and replace them with vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, primitive, unrefined grains. Also, portion control is essential. Quit eating more than you want. Say no to supersized portions, whether it's fries at a fast food place or popcorn at the movies. As often as possible, order an appetizer and a salad as your entire meal. Follow the iron rule. Exercise more, eat less. Exercising and eating less are the keys to weight loss and healthy living. Exercising and not eating junk food is not a diet, and you won't fail at it. If you don't lose weight, you will be radically better off and functionally younger. But if you lose weight, it's a bonus. Furthermore, foster your emotional brain for a more positive life. Care about something or someone and build strong relationships. Try this. Exercise 6 days a week for the rest of your life. Do serious aerobic exercise 4 days a week and strength training with weights 2 days a week. Care, connect, and commit to those around you for a fulfilling and healthy life.